So you want to redact your email addresses. You want to remove email addresses from some information. We want to hide specific contact points. We want to show data without exposing personal information, or we want to redact emails from logs. Maybe we want to handle complex addresses that have numbers, symbols, whatever, or we want to be keeping timestamps and context, but we want to just hide very literal email addresses. Email addresses are really funny because it's a bunch of text wrapped around the @ symbol, and we have text and a dot and then text because we want to accept anything that's like a .com, .cafe, .game, like .net, .co. So let's do this. I'm going to show you the little code we do, but also I'm going to show you how to use Regexreplace because we can use equals Regexreplace. It's one of 3 regular expression formulas. We can do regex match, which says, hey, does this exist? So it's just going to give us true or false. We can do extract and say, just get the email address. Or we can use Regexreplace to say, hey, if you find the email address, replace it with something else. That something else is just going to be some asterisks and a little, it could be any text you want, a bunch of X's if you want. So we're going to use Regexreplace, and we need to use the text. In this case, in B3, in your case, it might be somewhere else in your sheet, might be in another column somewhere else. Then we're going to need a little bit of a code, and that code is going to be the structure of an email address, but in regular expressions. And we're going to wrap that in quotes. At first, so we're going to have like 3 main things. We're going to have the name in an email address, the @ symbol, then the domain, and then a .com or something, an extension. And there's 2 items that separate these, right? It's the @ symbol and a dot. So those 2 items are going to separate these 3 things. The last part, actually, funny enough, is really easy. Let me go through that real quickly. And that's just in square brackets, A-Z, and we need both the uppercase and lowercase. And then we need to put in curly brackets the number 2. So this ensures that there's at least 2 numbers. So if there's a .A, .B, or .C kind of thing, that's not an email address. We're actually looking only for real email addresses here. And that 2 in curly brackets says we need at least 2 letters. Okay, between the @ and the dot, we could have any letters. So we're going to put in square brackets A-Z, also capitalized. But we could also have 0-9, which is 0 through 9. There's a couple more symbols like dot and a hyphen, and that's it for the domain part. And before the username, there's a few more things we need to take care of. Oh, also, just before I forget, we're at a plus after the square brackets, and that means that's going to be more than 1 or more characters. Before the @ sign, we're back to whatever is this name. There's a few things that could be a possibility here, but we're going to put everything inside of a square bracket. We're going to add that plus just like we did with the other side. We're going to do A-Z. We're going to do capital A hyphen capital Z. We're going to do 0-9. We're going to add a %sign. We're going to add a dot, an underscore, and plus and hyphen. So this says all of these characters here. This says this plus sign means any other kind of characters. But we want to do one more thing, which is add a backslash between the plus and the dot here, because we want to use this dot as a literal character. So let's see how that works. We'll need actually one more thing, which is after all of this, we want to say, hey, replace it with something. So we're going to replace it with 3 asterisks at, 3 asterisks dot, 3 asterisks. We need to add a comma between the 2 and the curly brackets here, because right now it's just getting only 2 characters, but we want it to get 2 or more characters. And now we can see that this works. So we've created the regex for before the at, after the at, and after the dot. And we're replacing all of that anytime we find that pattern with this sort of anonymized piece of information. We could wrap the whole thing with array formula, change B3 to B3:B, and we get every single one right here as an example. Pretty cool, right?
You're watching Better Sheets here on YouTube. Make sure you check out this video or this video and subscribe right now to get more tips, tricks, how-tos, get more out of your Google Sheets than you ever have before. I'm excited to be making a ton more videos here. Ask me questions down in the comments and I will answer them in future videos. But for right now, right here, one of these videos is going to be your next Google Sheet.